Hello everyone, welcome back to Breath of a Life Yogi. Thank you so much for joining me today. I had to go on a little bit of a hiatus due to some camera trouble. I needed to get my camera fixed, but I'm back. I have not had the moment to just sit down and record, so I'm very excited to be getting back to not only filming videos and putting them out for y'all, but back to my Zodiac Zen series as well. So obviously on hiatus I did miss a couple of the seasons, so I'm starting out strong with Capricorn today, which I feel like is pretty indicative of the willpower of Capricorns. They will find a way to make themselves known, deservedly so. From Capricorns we can learn that mastery comes from discipline and devotion. So meeting discipline with that act of devotion and finding that intersection in between to continue and become a master at whatever it is that you want to complete. We're gonna need 2 blocks today, and when you're ready you can meet me in a nice easy seat, one leg crossed in front of the other, or if it feels more comfortable, maybe taking one leg on top of the other. So again, just finding your version of a seat. And once you get there, gently settling in, finding the calmness around you. Allowing your breath to start to become more noticeable as you inhale and exhale. Twice more, just like that. Inhale through the nose. Exhale gently through the nose. Another time, we breathe in. And out. Continuing with those inhalations and exhalations, maybe through the nose both times, or opting for an out the mouth exhalation if that helps you feel a little bit more steady in where you are. Notice your shoulders softening, your upper back, and those shoulder blades becoming almost weightless. Maybe finding a lean a little more back, a little more straight. I know that sometimes when I get in my seat, I start to find that breath and I'm gradually moving forward. So again, just leaning back a little bit. Maybe readjusting your hands, connecting to the knees, either palms face down or up towards the sky. And today we're going to keep it nice and gentle with just a little bit of spice. Capricorns typically are working all the time, and even if they aren't working, they are kind of just filling their free time with something that can help them prepare to work the next day. So that stereotype is true. Most of the Capricorns that I know like what they do a lot and they pour a lot into it, but at the same token it takes a lot from them as well. So we're here to give back, find that restoration and balance in ourselves while inviting it from our outside senses as well. So again, feeling that inhale, and notice as the exhale draws all of that air out. Noticing the breeze on your skin. Start to soften the eyebrows and the forehead. Soften the cheekbones and the jaws. Every little muscle in your face is starting to relax. Maybe you're becoming so relaxed and in tune with the present moment that you start to let out a couple of yawns, just like I am right now. So your body will naturally respond in the way that it needs to. These breaths might not only be calming, but again, also a type of restoration for you. Anything that comes up during this practice, meet it with a sense of acceptance, a sense of welcoming. Any negativity that follows any sensations, also meet that with acceptance and gently release it. Whatever comes up for you, welcome it with an open heart and an easy mind. Let's take one more inhale together. And let it go. And start taking some gentle neck circles. So dropping the ear to one side, maybe letting it hang out there for a little bit before you go to the opposite side. And then again, moving as your body is instructing you to. Maybe that means taking a full circle one way. Maybe that means noticing that little notch in the neck and rocking back and forth in that section. Maybe you take half circles. Maybe there's no pattern at all. One more here, wherever you are. And then come back to center. Puff up through your chest. If your hands were face up or in front of you, you can take them down onto the knees. And we're going to start to rotate, opening our chest towards the middle. And then sending it back. Inhale to open. Exhale, curve that spine and let it come straight again. Now for me, intuitive movement is really about letting go of all of those cracks and anything else that my body is storing. So again, I invite you to do the same. Maybe you're not taking a full circle one way. Maybe you are going back and forth, kind of puffing up that chest. Maybe you're just staying back and wiggling your body side to side. So we're grounded through those sit bones, but our whole upper body and torso is really being dictated through the movement of the connection between our knees and our hands. So that's why, again, I said, take those hands down onto the knees. And that's really what's guiding you through that connection. So our arms can be straight, they can be a little bit more bent. There's no right or wrong way here, is essentially what I'm getting at. And we know if we have Capricorn in our chart, I believe I'm actually Capricorn Mars. So when I want to pour myself into something, when I want to work and show up, sometimes my effort isn't always determined by what's expected of me. It's more what I expect of myself. So again, just working contradictory to what we know of Capricorns and leaning into those subtle strengths that aren't always there on the surface. Again, finding that discipline meets dedication. One more breath in. And we meet back in center. Take the left hand on the right knee. We inhale, reach this right arm up. Side body stretch. You can bend into this left elbow. Maybe if you want to enhance that stretch in your shoulder, you can take this right hand, instead of up in the air, take it on that left shoulder and start to kind of gently place and pull, again, very gently, that shoulder socket down towards the ground as you twist open towards the sky. So again, arm is either up or right hand is down on that left shoulder. Take whatever works for you. We're here for another breath in, grow tall. Open up and exhale, drop the hand down as you twist open towards the right. Big breath in once you get there. 3 full breaths in through the nose and maybe out through the mouth this time, releasing anything that's keeping us tense. One more, twist a little bit deeper. Exhale, come back to center. Cross one arm over the other and round your chin towards your chest. Inhale here. Exhale, open up, really pull your upper body forward, and then we'll take that on the other side. Right hand comes to the left knee, and we open up this left hand. Maybe you take the same variation that you did on the other side. So if you have the arm up and reaching over, you can keep that same positioning. Or if you want to work on that open chest and decompression of the spine, we'll gently take that right hand on the right shoulder socket and kind of pull it open and away. So really shifting downwards just a couple of inches and a little more towards the right. Either keeping the head straight or letting it fall down, gazing up at the sky. Really deep neck stretch here. Wherever you are, 2 more breaths. Keeping that lower body on the mat. If you start to feel your knees rising up, take your body over to the left just a couple of inches. 1 more breath in. Exhale, we drop the left hand back behind us on the left side and we twist open. Breathe in and breathe out. 1 more inhale. Exhale, go deeper. We hold. And then twist open. Crossing over those arms again, but this time instead of tucking the chin, we're going to let the head come up. Breathe in. Exhale, come back to center. Moving those hands out by your side, and you can either keep them by your side or move them, scooching them a little bit back behind to really accentuate that open chest towards the sky. Maybe letting the head fall back if that feels accessible for you today. We come back, letting the head rock to one side to protect the neck, and then come all the way. Perfect. We're going to make our way into all fours now. We're going to keep our blocks by our side. we're going to start out with a couple of cat-cows with the toes tucked. So tucking those toes underneath us, we drop open our belly. Inhale. Exhale, press into those toes as you round into the back. Inhale, drop down, making this nice and fluid. 3 more times. Exhale, press to the palms and the fingertips to round. Last 2. Last one. We hold in our cat and we start to send our glutes down towards those heels. Palms are still pressing into the mat. Option to walk the hands out a little bit further. So almost like an elevated child's pose. Our heels are up, our hips are up, but we're trying to connect the heels and the hips best we can and just keeping the toes on the ground. One more breath in. Exhale, let's come up. Perfect. We're going to take a couple of shoulder rolls. If you need to take the blocks underneath you for a little bit of height, you can do so now. I like to use cork blocks. They have a nice stability about them without being too firm for the wrists. So if you're choosing to take those blocks underneath you, gently lift that belly up. So we don't want to drop all the way down. We want to stay nice and lifted. As we inhale, press into that left hand. Open up this right arm towards the sky. Exhale, send the palms towards the back wall. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward. The palm is still facing the backside, so we have our hand turned inwards. And then we reach back up and out. So almost like you're shining a star, drawing a horizon sunset here. Just going back and forth, working a little bit on our belly control, our shoulder strength. One more. And we meet with our arm up nice and straight. Extend up through those fingers. Exhale, reach towards the back one last time. And then circle the hand all the way down. Shake it side to side. We'll take that on the left. Again, rounding that belly. Inhale, we reach up. Exhale, reach back. If it's too much, don't feel like you need to keep your arm entirely straight. You can bend. You don't have to go all the way back. Just go however much feels comfortable. Same thing when we move forward. Taking these nice and slow at first. So meeting each position. Straight, back, straight, forward. Breathing in as you reach up. Exhaling as you reach back. Inhale up again. Exhale forward. Start to make it nice and fluid. Maybe you adjust yourself, finding a little bit more comfort. Making this more fluid now, again, like we're drawing a horizon. The sun is either about to set or about to rise. Whichever one makes you feel filled with a little bit more possibility. Breathing in and out. Last one. Reaching up. Grow tall, tall, tall. Exhale, reach back. Inhale, circle down towards the mat. Take it back into a puppy pose. So hips are going to come back. We walk the hands out, keeping these blocks here if that helps you feel more height. And we're gonna drop our head and our chest down towards the mat. Hips are up. Option 2, tuck the toes if you want a little bit more balance, or excuse me, a little more balance challenge. Breathing here wherever you are. I like to grab the top of my mat, so kind of circling my hands underneath the top of that mat. Pulling upwards a little bit to lengthen my shoulders away from my back. Two more breaths. And on our last one, keeping those forearms planted, shifting the weight forward, and dropping ourselves down. We're in Sphinx pose now, moving those blocks out in front of you. We're going to take our feet flat. Pelvic floor is pressing into the mat. Arms are in front of us. Elbows are slightly in, and you're going to feel your forearms you're going to feel your triceps kind of turning outwards, and that's totally okay. That's what's going to help us open up these shoulders. So notice how my shoulder blades pull back, pressing into this pelvic floor. Take the feet a little bit wider than you normally would, and start to lift up. So again, another thing that seems a little bit contradictory. We're lifting by pressing down. Think of our lower body as the soil, and our upper body, our chest, our neck, our head, is reaching through the soil, just like a plant would when it starts to perk up and grow. One more breath in. And we inhale. Widen out those elbows, drop the head down. Rest here in crocodile pose. 2 breaths. Soften the lower back. Let's come on up again. Option 2, have one or both blocks in front of you. So if you have both blocks, you can rest your chin on here. This can feel like a lot on the back of your neck, but it does also help a little bit with tension. So just see if this feels good for you. You can also take your forehead on the blocks as well with your forearms by the side. And we're going to lift up our left leg and then lift up our right leg. Breathe in. Foot is nice and natural. We don't have to flex or point. I'm just letting them be natural here for 1 breath in. And as we breathe out, press into the forearms again. Lifting up. We're going to take the hands by our side. Forearms are going to be up now, palms up. If this feels like a lot on the lower back, just come back to resting either on the blocks or with your head on the mat. Beautiful. 1 more breath in. Exhale, drop them down. We're going to take a hold of our left leg. So letting our ribs come down a little bit. So when we were where we just were, we had ourselves way more lifted. We're going to lower our chest down. We're going to reach out simultaneously, our foot and our hand to meet one another. And you can hug your blocks. I hope you can see in the frame. But I'm hugging my block and I'm resting my head, turning my cheek towards the right. And maybe next time you do this practice, you can incorporate a blanket or a pillow to rest on, either placing that blanket on top of the blocks or just as is. And if you want to pause the video, you can do that now. One more inhale, maybe starting to lift a little bit more, pulling that foot closer to the glute. Inhale, drop it down. Other side. Again, simultaneously, we start to reach our right hand back, reach the left foot up, or the right foot up, right hand back. And hugging these blocks with my left arm can feel super supportive. You're going to feel this on your shoulders, obviously on your quads as well. But if that ever starts to hurt at any point, I suggest kind of pulling that shoulder away from the ear, so finding that space. And if that still hurts, just take it down and keep your right hand by your side and your right foot up. So just know that there's always options for you. 3 more deep breaths. Trying to still relax that pelvis, not tensing as best we can. Also a little reminder here that even as a yoga teacher, I find myself having to make corrections in my own body as I'm cueing. Let's take one more breath. And let it go. So it just really goes to show that no one is perfect, even as much as Capricorns, and I'm an Aries, as much as we like to think that we are very much not. There's always room for us to feel a little bit more relaxed. Let's roll on over to our back, and we're going to take our final resting position here after 2 more stretches. So we're going to go into a glute bridge, letting those shoulders find space between the earlobes and the top. And we're going to tuck our tailbone in. So thinking about kind of bringing your quads and your hips where they meet, bringing them a little bit forward and up, tilting that direction. Maybe wiggling around the toes, lifting them up and then planting them down to feel the ground connected. And with that tilted pelvis, we're going to start to lift up from the glutes, the lower back, middle back, and then eventually resting on this upper to mid portion of our back. So it's not entirely resting on the upper back, but we do find ourselves holding with the glutes, the hammies, a little bit of the core, but that doesn't necessarily mean that we have to strain. Using this as strength that is soft and seen rather than bold and daring. Hug those inner thighs in for 1 more breath. Exhale, start to lower middle back, lower back, and glutes, and then the pelvis comes back to neutral. Last pose before Shavasana, butterfly, reclined butterfly. Palms can still be face down. You can turn them to open. You can take one on the heart, one on the belly. Maybe even if you want more of a shoulder stretch, taking the hands behind the head and tucking the chin. This will feel really good at the top of that cervical spine. Bring awareness to the soles of your feet touching. Bring awareness to the placement of your hands, whether on the body or the ground. What does it feel like to be in contact with these spaces? Can you meet whatever it is that you're feeling with openness, with a welcome attitude? Can you meet yourself as a whole with an open heart? You can stay here for Shavasana, or you can release the legs to open up. I like to think of this as a starfish because I go as wide out as I possibly can. Invite the space around you to become one. No worries, no obligations. As you lie here, doing absolutely nothing but tending to yourself, just allow any thoughts that come up to be gently plucked away. Maybe even thinking of it as, if I were to plant this thought as a seed, would I want it to grow, or would I want to dig it up? So again, not thinking too much about the question, allowing ourselves to be as open and empty as we can, but just keeping that intentional state about us at the same time. I'll leave you here for a little over a minute, and don't count the time, just let yourself be. I'll call you when we will awaken. Gently begin to wiggle around the toes, maybe making small circles with the foot. And same thing with the hands, moving around those fingers, small circles. Before we move out of this position, set an intention into this mat for the next time that you practice. A reminder: I can tend to myself. I can tend to myself. Let's roll on over to one side, using your head to be gently held by your hand. As we push up out of this pose, envision a rebirth for yourself. Meet back in a position that feels nice and natural for you, seated however you'd like. To close out with 2 final breaths. Let's empty out our chamber right now. We're going to inhale for 3, hold for 3, and exhale for 3. We breathe in for 3, 2, hold for 1, 2, 3, exhale 3, 2, 1. Another time, taking it together. Inhale, hold, exhale, you can meet with your hands at heart center or at your third eye, bowing towards yourself and all the yogis who practiced with us, not only today or to this video, but yogis around the world who have practiced and have passed down this practice. Thank you all so much for showing up and for allowing me to guide you. Until I see you next time, think kind thoughts, speak kind words, and share kind love. Namaste. As always, if you all liked this video, please do let me know in the comments what I can do to continue furthering your yoga practice and helping you feel calm. I always leave recommendations for songs, or rather frequencies, that I think would pair well with this practice. Otherwise, I like to just leave no sound on the videos so that way you can find your own background music that works for you. And yes, everything that you all need to know about me, or, well, not necessarily, but anything that will help you reach out to me so I can continue creating for you will be in the bio. And I wish you all a very blessed day. Thank you so much.